Good morning student. Today we are going to learn the third lesson, diversity in living things and their classification. Which one the two type of the living thing? Correct, plants and animal. Then today only we are going to learn the diversity in plants. See student, in our surrounding we see the different kinds of plants are there. Some plant this one grow underwater, while some plant this one float on water. Some plant grow in a desert also. Means this one the different variety of plant we see in our surrounding. Then tell me the which one the main part of the plant? Five main part: root, stem, leaf, then flower and fruit. This is the main part of the plant. Correct. And we know very well, means which one the roots are there and the stem are there. Which one the roots? This one grow from the radicle of the seed and the stem grow from the plumule of the seed. First we see the structure of a plant. See, plant structure can generally divided into two parts: the stem which grow above the ground and the root which grow below the ground surface. Correct? Which one the roots are there? This one grow under the ground, and which one the stem are there? This one grow, see here, which one the roots are there? This one grow under the ground and the stem, this one grow upward direction, means on the ground. The root, stem and leaves are the main part of the plants. From time to time plants bear flower for reproduction, and flowers are transformed into fruits, and fruits have seeds and seed give rise to new plant. Again we sowing this one the seed in the soil, then again we get the new plant. Then see, the first we see about the root. See, root hold soil firmly and anchor the plant. Which one the main function of the root? This one grow under the ground, and that's why this one gives support to all part of the plant as well as anchor the plant in the soil. And the main function of the root is to absorb mineral and water from the soil and transport to all part. Okay. And two types of roots are there. One is a tap root and the another one is a fibrous root. See this root, it is the tap root. Which one the dicotyledon plants are there? In that one plant we see this one the tap roots are there, and this one the fibrous root. Which one the monocotyledon plant? In such a plant we see the fibrous type of root. About that one, means more information we will take in a next standard. Then after root the stem is there. Okay, after root what is there? Stem is there. Then see, the height, shape and size of plant depend upon the stem. The stem carries out the function of production, conduction and storage of food. In some plant it has the function of reproduction. The stem gives support to other part of the plant. Means which one the plant stem is there? This one give support to other plant or other part of plant, and this one stem carries the food material, water and minerals to all part of the plant. Then see the next one. This is the leaf. The leaf is a flat. It plays an important role in the production of food. Leaves are mainly of two types, simple and the compound leaves. Simple and compound leaves. See which one the leaf is there. This one take part in the production of food, because in a leaf the green color is there, means chlorophyll pigment present in the leaf. That's why this one leaf means take part in the production of food, as well as stomata, this one present on the leaf, and due to that one the exchange of gases happen in the leaf. Then see the next one. This is the flower. This is the most attractive part of a plant. It is connected to the stem by a stalk which may be long or short. A flower has a typical color and shape. The flower is an important means of reproduction. Because see student, in the flower the androecium and gynoecium are there, and this one the male and the female reproductive organ in a flower. That's why this one take part in the reproduction. For that one, about that one also we will take the more information in the next standard. Then see the fruit. Fruits have different shape. Fruits contain one or more seeds. The pods of beans and peas are actual fruit. Okay. Then see, we see the classification. Why this one the classification is a very important? Because see, in our surrounding the different kinds of plants are there, and due to the classification we are understanding, means which one plant this one come in a which group. First see this one the classification of plants. In that one we see according to the height. Plant classify according to the height and shape. See, according to the height, the plant classify into the four groups: trees, shrubs, herbs and vines. Okay, trees, this one the big one. This one the big one, and their stem is a strong and hard. The stem of trees is this one the strong and hard one. The example, this one the banyan tree, mango tree. This is the example of trees. Then shrub. The height of shrub, this one the short than the trees. The height of shrub, this one the short than tree. Their stem is also the strong one. Okay, this one stem also the strong one. And the example, this one the rose. All of you know, means you have to differentiate this one the mango tree and the rose tree. Mango tree, this one the means higher one, correct na? The height of the mango tree, this one the more than the rose. Then the herbs. The height of the herb, this one the short than the shrubs. The height of the herb, this one the short than the shrubs. And the stem, this one the little bit weak one. Stem, this one the little bit weak one. The example, this one the periwinkle. Okay, example, this one the periwinkle. This is the example of herbs. Then vines. This one the vines again classified into two type: climber and creepers. Climbers and creepers. Then see which one the climbers and which one the creepers. The climbers, this one the take support. Their stem, this one the very weak. This one not grow by their own to the upward direction. Means their stem, this one the too much weak for that one going upward direction. They have, means they take the support of other thing. The example, this one the grapes. Then as well as money plant is there, correct na? Means they take the support of the other thing and grow upward direction. Then creepers. Mostly which one the creepers are there? They spread on the ground. The creepers, this one the spread on the ground, because due to that one the which one the fruit growing on that one the creeper, this one the too much heavy, and due to that one mostly which one the creeper they spread on the ground. That's why it is said to be the creeper. Okay, vine, this one classified into two type: climber and creepers. And according to the height and shape, the plant classified into trees, shrubs, herbs and vines. And vines again classified into climbers and creepers. All of you understood the difference between climbers and creeper. This one growing upward direction, taking the support of other thing, and this one spread on the ground. Okay, now see the second one classification according to the period of their life cycle. According to the period of their life cycle, this one the plant classified into the annual plant, then biennial plant and the perennial plant. Annual means this one plants live for the 1 year. The example, this one jawar and sunflower. Their lifespan or the life period, this one only 1 year. That's why it is said to be the annual. Likewise, we are celebrating annual gathering, means 1 year, correct now? means jawar sunflower, this plant live the 1 year. Then biennial, bi means 2, means this one the plants live 2 years. The example, this one carrot and beetroot. And perennials means more than 2 or the many years. Many years. Likewise the mango, gulmohar, which one the big trees are there, they live the many years. Their lifespan is the more one. Means according to the period of their life cycle, plant classified into annuals, biennials and the perennials. Annuals means 1 year, biennials means 2 years, perennials means many year. All of you understood? Then see the third point, according to the flowers. According to the flowers means in our surrounding we see the many type of the plants are there, but some plants bear the flower and some plant cannot bear the flower. Due to that one, plant classified into flowering plants and non-flowering plants. Flowering plants and the non-flowering plants. The flowering plants, all of you know very well, many are there, correct na? Here we take the example of rose, champa. And non-flowering plants, this one the ferns are there, algae is there and money plants are there. All of you know about the money plant. Money plant can't bear the flower. And algae in Marathi we are saying sheval. Nowadays this one the rainy season going on, in that one we see means on the surface of the ground where the more water is there, in that one place we see this one the green color plants are there. It is nothing but the algae also not bear the flower. Okay, then see according to their habitat. According to their habitat means where this one plant are grow. See the terrestrial, or it is said to be the growing on land, then aquatic, marshy area and the desert area. Okay, then see which one the plant are there, they are growing on the land. It is the mango, then banyan is there, this one grow on the land, correct na? Aquatic plant means grow in a water, example this one lotus. Okay, then marshy area means where this one the water is there. Here this one the example, this one the algae, means mostly we see this one the algae grow in the marshy area. And the desert, in a desert means there the scarcity of water, means more water is not there. In such a area, which one plants are grow, this one the cactus are there, which one grow in the desert area. Means according to their habitat, the plant classified into terrestrial, aquatic, marshy area plants as well as desert growing plants. Then the last one, this one the according to their ingestion of food. According to their ingestion of food. See, according to their ingestion of food, the plant classified into the 3 type. One is a autotrophic, heterotrophic and insectivorous. Autotrophic, heterotrophic and insectivorous. See, listen carefully. Autotrophic. Autotrophic plant means the plant make their own food. Plant जो खुद खाना बनाते हैं खुद का, it is said to be the autotrophic. Means for the food they not depend on other. For the food they not depend on other. Like the example, this one the hibiscus. Means mostly which one the plant, this one the green in color, they make their own food. They make their own food. Such a type of plants, it is said to be the autotrophic plant. Such a type of plant, it is said to be the autotrophic plant. Then the heterotrophic plant. Heterotrophic plant means for the food. For the food, some plant depend on the other plant. Okay, for the food some plant depend on the other plant. Means such a plant they grow on the other plant. They grow on the other plant and suck the food material. Okay, means choose करते हैं, suck the food material from that one plant. Okay, and likewise they get their food material. Means for the food, some plant, this one depend on other plant. Such a type of plant, it is said to be the heterotrophic plant. Such a type of plant, it is said to be the heterotrophic plant. All of you understood the difference between autotrophic and the heterotrophic? Autotrophic means plant make their own food. Such a type of plant not depend on other plant for the food. This type of plant, it is said to be the autotrophic plant. And heterotrophic plant means what? The plant which one depend for food on other plant. They grow on the other plant and suck their food material. Such a type of plant, it is said to be the heterotrophic plant. Heterotrophic plant. Okay, the example, this one, the dodder. Then insectivorous plant. Insectivorous plant. See, insectivorous plant means what? The plant, they means use that one, the insect, they eat the insect as a food. Some plants are there, they eat insect as a food. मीन्स कुछ प्लांट ऐसे है कि वो क्या खाते हैं, इंसेक्ट खाते हैं as a food. That's why it is said to be the insectivorous plant. That's why it is said to be the insectivorous plant. Example, see this one, the pitcher plant. Example, this one, the pitcher plant. As well as one more example is there, Venus flytrap is there. Means this plant, such a type of plant, this one, the very attractive, and due to that one, the insect attracts towards that one plant. This one, the insect that attracts towards that one plant, and same time this one, the plant catch this one insect. When this one, the insect settle down on that one, the plant this one catch that one insect by their trap. Okay, all of you understood? Autotrophic means plant make their own food. Heterotrophic, plant depend for food on another plant. And insectivorous means the plant eat insect as a food. As a food. All of you understood? This is the classification of plant. Means in that one we see according to their height. Plant classified into tree, shrub, herbs and vines. Vines again classified into two types, climbers and creepers. Then according to the period of their life cycle, plant classified into annuals means 1 year, biennials means 2 years, and perennials in means more year. Then according to the flower, the flowering plants and the non-flowering plants are there. And according to their habitat, some plants this one grow on land, some are in water, it is said to be an aquatic plant, some are in a marshy area, then some are in a desert area. And according to their ingestion of food, plant classified into autotrophic, heterotrophic and the insectivorous plant. And the insectivorous plant. All of you understood? Okay. Then see, we see this one, the diversity and classification in animals. See student, in our surrounding we see the different type of the animals are there. Means from small insect to big animal we see in our we see. Okay, it means in a environment, this one, the from small insect to big animals are there. Then according to the some characteristic, this one, the animals also classified into the some group. Okay, the first one is a unicellular animal, means by their cell structure. By their cell structure, the animal classified into unicellular animal and a multicellular animal. Unicellular animal and a multicellular animal. Unicellular means, already you learned this one in last lesson. Unicellular means this one, animal body made by the single cell. The body of animal made by the single cell. Such a type of animal, it is said to be the unicellular animal. The example we see this one, the amoeba and the paramecium. Amoeba and paramecium. And the multicellular animals means multi means many. The body of animal, this one made by the many cell. Such a type of animal, it is said to be the multicellular animal. All of you understood? The example, this one, the horse is there, bear is there, human being is there, elephant is there, many kind of animals are there. Then see, the animal classified into by their vertebral column. Okay, means in those animal the vertebral column is present, it is said to be the vertebrates animal. It is said to be the vertebrates animal. Understood? Means which one animal having the vertebral column, okay, backside part hicha kana, that animal it is said to be the vertebrates animal. And some animals are there that not having the vertebral column, such a type of animal it is said to be the invertebrates animal. Invertebrate animal. Then all of you know this one, the vertebrates animal, dog is there, cat is there, human being is there. But in invertebrate animals, which one are there? See, the snakes are there, fish are there. Okay, this one not having the, sorry, this one snakes, birds, fish, kangaroos are the also humans are the vertebrate animal. And which one? The snails, cockroach, earthworms are there, they do not having the vertebra. That's why it is said to be the invertebrate animal. Then according to the give birth, according to the give birth, the animal, this one the classified into the viviparous animals and the oviparous animal. Okay, means how this one the animal take birth? Some animal take birth by their mother tummy, and some animal take birth from the egg. Correct na? Then which one the animals are there? They take birth from their mother tummy. Such animal it is said to be the oviparous animal. Oviparous animal. Understood? And which one the animals? They take birth from the eggs, or it is said to be the viviparous animal. Example, this one the hen is there. Correct na? Means viviparous animal. Understood? And according to their habitat, this one animal classified into mostly three group. This one the terrestrial animal, aquatic animal, and the amphibious animal. Then terrestrial animal means all of you know the animal which live on land. Such a type of animal it is said to be the terrestrial animal. You know the example of the terrestrial animal, the animal which live on land only. Okay. And the aquatic animal, the animal which live on, sorry, live in water. Animal which live in water. Such type of animal it is said to be the aquatic animal. Such a type of animal it is said to be the aquatic animal. Okay. Example, fish is there. Correct. And the amphibious animal. Amphibious animal, the animal which live on the land as well as in the water. See, amphibious animal means the animal which live on the land as well as in the water. Such a type of animal it is said to be the amphibious animal. The example, this one the frog is there. Correct. The frog, this one live in the water as well as on the land. And some birds are there. Okay, they fly in the air. That's why it is said to be the aerial mode of life. That one animal it is said to be the aerial mode of life. All of you understood this one, the classification of animal. Okay. See, always remember, in the world, living world, a lot of diversity in seen both in animals and plants. Every plant and animal is unique. We should all make efforts to conserve this diversity in the living world. Means we cannot hunt the animal. Then what we learn? Plants are classified on their basis of their height and shape of stems, period of life cycle and habitat. Animals are classified on the basis of the cell structure, vertebral column, method of reproduction and habitat. All of you understood? Means by their cell structure, animal classified into unicellular and multicellular. By their vertebral column, invertebrate animal and the vertebrate animal. Method of reproduction, oviparous animal and the viviparous animal. And according to their habitat, the animal classified into terrestrial animal, aquatic animal and what? Amphibious animal. And some birds are there, they fly in the sky. It is the aerial mode of the life. Understood? Okay. Then very soon your first unit test exam will be there. For that one, you have to revise lesson number 1, 2 and 3 properly and learn the question answer properly. All of you understood? See, student, you have to learn the spelling properly. Okay, you know very well the mostly your spelling mistake this one the happen, and that's why you lose your marks. For that one you have to read the spelling properly, learn it properly. Okay, and revise the lesson number 1, 2 and 3 again and learn that one the question answer. Okay, best luck for your exam. Thank you.